We're with you every step of the way. African Focus and KBLA Talk 1580. Come go with us.
Take so long to come to me, oh baby, and love, your love. Tell me, were you hiding from me all the time? Each time I tried to find someone to take your place, it was all in vain. No, their lips were never quite the same. No, baby. I was kissing someone new. Deep inside I was missing you. Oh, baby, you made me fall in love with you. Now I don't know just what I'm gonna do. Oh, honey, I looked out into empty space, and all I saw was your sweet face.
Love, love, love. We're on that page today. That's exactly the page that we are on. It's not Messy Monday. It's not Black Marriage Monday. We're going to call it Meet Somebody Monday. and I just made that up. But why did I make it up? Because Del Harrison is here. Del Harrison is a comedian. She's an artist. She is a producer. She always got something going on. A writer. Del Harrison, good morning.
Good morning. And app developer. Don't forget to mention that.
Oh, yeah, I did forget that. And I'm so happy to see you. Happy you could come in. We'll be joined, I think, by your friend and colleague, fellow artist, Troy Rawlings in a moment. I'm pretty sure. But it's you're on a mission about dating over 40.
Yes.
Dating over 40 in LA and beyond.
Yeah.
And so tell me, I mean, you're a comedian, you're an app developer. Why would you get into the dating space?
I'm really not into I don't call it the dating. I call it the social mixing space. Because when you are, you know what I've noticed over 20 years of doing stand-up is even behind the scenes, many people are like super successful. You see them on TV and they're going home alone, and they're over 40 and they've gotten all these accolades. And, that accolades means a little bit, thank God you've been able to accomplish them. But it's nothing like having that person to laugh on the phone with and to talk to and to get some coffee with and to go hiking with. And a lot of Black singles in LA are missing that,
Well, he's joining us now for over 2 decades. Comedian, host, author, and speaker Troy Rawlings has been making the world laugh. He's from Baltimore. He lives here now like everybody in the whole world. And he's also a radio guy, starting radio back in 2000. With Clear Channel in Baltimore and doing professional stand-up comedy. Troy Rawlings, good morning.
Good morning. How are y'all?
We're blessed. Del was just telling me this is not, I should ask, how are you? I can't tell because you're on the phone, so I can't see how you doing.
I'm wonderful. I was dressed and ready to impress until I've come from Reseda, so I'm on the phone right now.
Yes. Well, yeah, we figured that part out. But look, I mean, you have always had a Hollywood a mic in your hand, whether it's a comedian's mic or a radio mic. You've always had a mic in your hand. You've been on a book tour. Why get into the, what did you call it, Del? Social interaction
social
space.
mixing.
A social mixing. I call it dating space. Whatever y'all call it.
Yeah, I mean, it is we
Yeah,
are trying to create Black partnerships.
right. It's a little bit of everything. It's really, what's so funny? People get intimidated about social media, and I've been doing social media and marketing promotion in the social media space as well as entertainment since '98. That part, and people have been when social media first started. It was really just an extension of the social events, the dating vibe. You had your chat rooms, your dating chat rooms. We had Black Planet, which blew up everything, and it was almost like every other social media that came after that, MySpace and everything, was kind of copying off of Black Planet.
Mm.
But it was the interacting. And as time has went on, we got so tech savvy that we got away from doing the actual social event. We used to have Black Planet parties in Baltimore we used to throw at the Holiday Inn.
Mm-hmm.
And so everything was about being social. And it was kind of fun because you could make up a name. Karen Weinstein could be Chocolate Thunder 87. You could make up an identity until Facebook came along. And then one of the things that happened when Facebook came along is that we started having different things, because all of a sudden you could see the person you had a crush on from middle school and their full name was there. So people started reaching out to people they hadn't seen in a while. But we got away from the social interaction. And when Dell has always been the buzz. What's going on? What's that? And she was calling me. I was hosting events in Los Angeles, hosting a comedy show every Monday night, doing different things. She's like, Troy, where is the vibe? I was like, oh, we're going to, where are the Black men? I was like, oh, well, you had something like that. Most of them might be home. They might be working. She's like, we need to get out. And she kept saying that. And I was like, yeah. And then she was like, look, I'm working on something. And Dell she's a comedian. She's a singer, but she's a savvy businesswoman. But I've known Dell since the DMV back in Baltimore and when I was doing my comedy shows there. But her energy has always been infectious. And the thing that was so great about this is that she was like, we just need a spot to get out. So when I would throw different events, she was like, this is what I'm talking about. We need something for grown folks to get out and just mix and mingle. If we can get together, then we can get together.
If we can get together, we
can get together.
But here's the thing. I mean, that's kind of a running joke, right, on the internet, that if you want to meet a man or you want to meet a woman, you got to go outside. But a lot of people, number one, don't want to. And number two, I mean, I'm guilty of that. Sometimes I'd rather stay home in my socks. But it's also true that there's lots of places to go out in LA, in every big city, So,
well, you would think it would be that easy. But when you are Black, successful, over 40, you need a place to meet with intention. And sometimes, I feel like the older people get, the more they're sitting at home in their head, like they've been so successful in all of the decisions. And so now they can just sit at home, make a decision on what's out there on the scene. But a lot of the times those are just thoughts and little birds that are not telling you the truth. You need a place to go that you meet someone who is also there with intention to meet. And that's really why I created Combaye, is because we need to get together, and it's not in these, drop it like it's hot place. We don't go those places anymore. Sometimes you're at a live jazz concert and it's all couples and you. Or it may not be all couples in you.
All couples in you.
Or
I've been in those spaces.
Yes,
yeah, all couples in me. I know that song.
Exactly. And why do we know that song when we're out here doing such great work? We're doing so many positive things. Why are we not in those spaces with the person? And it's because once the career has taken over, it's really hard to know where to go to meet those other like-minded individuals. So
okay, I mean, I'll buy that. I kind of feel like there's more to it than that. But
what do you mean by more to it?
There is more to it. There is a thing where she's talking about just the people having in their mind was like, well, I don't want to have this. I saw somebody today. There's a guy named Myron Golden. He speaks a lot on finance and stuff, but he said something key. Our perception is everything. If you say in your mind, I don't want to go out because I don't feel like dealing with A, B, C, and D, versus saying in your mind, I want to go out because I'm going to meet some good people tonight. Guess what happens? Whatever your perception is what you're going to have. Let me say this about successful, too, because they'll say something key. And I think sometimes when people hear successful, it's like, well, I ain't making the money I won't make. I'm not doing this. I'm barely getting by, this, that, and other. No, you're successful. You go to work every day. You have a place to stay. You might be driving the car, getting where you need to get. You might be active in the community. You're a good person. You need to get out. And a lot of times our life, if you spend 8 hours, and this is back when people were working 8 hours a day. When pandemic hit, people started staying in the house and going to work. When that happened, it went from people working 8 hours a day to an average of 12 to 14 hours a day.
Yeah,
because they were home.
I mean, that's part of what I was going to say, and we can continue this part of the convo when we come forward. It's easy to just say, you know what, I got a pile of work to do. I'm not finna go out and sit in that club.
That's what you say every night. And that is what happens with the single. Honey, you got projects. You got success. You got deadlines. You got meetings. But you need to be intentional about building community as you get older. It is not just a loneliness thing that Blacks over 40 experience. The census in 2024 listed 450,000 singles over Black and over 40 as living alone. That is not just loneliness. That is isolation. Isolation is a health crisis that leads to depression. It leads to stress. It leads to cognitive decline.
Okay, I got a little amen corner and a little challenge for you on that. We'll look at those both when we come forward on KBLA. You call it a Mix and Mingle Monday. That's what we're doing today. KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 is an intervention. When we come forward, includes you. KBLA Talk 1580, turning pain into power.
All the women who independent, throw your hands up at me.
This March, we're turning up the volume on the women who changed everything. KBLA Talk 1580 is proud to celebrate Women's History Month, honoring the trailblazers, truth tellers, and game changers who shaped our world, our culture, and our community. From the freedom fighters to the firsts, from the boardroom to the front lines, from the unsung to the unforgettable. All month long, we're celebrating the stories, the voices, and the conversations that remind us that women, Black women, have always led the way. Don't miss a moment. This is our moment. This is our story. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580, Los Angeles' home for the conversations that matter.
I'm your girl, you're my girl, we're your girls. Won't you know that we love you?
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline nasal spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DePrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
All right. Del Harrison is in the studio with me. We're streaming on the YouTubes right now. And Troy Rawlings is on the phone. A double dose of comedy, a double dose of production, and all the many things you be into. So you have now started a spot where people can mix, mingle,
Yeah.
And be intentional. You said over 40. You said we always have a meeting, a this, a that, and I guilty as charged.
Yeah.
A lot. And Troy, you said something that I also working on changing, which is going, I don't want to go see a bunch of raggedy jokers that don't have nothing to say and, don't take care of themselves. You know the conversation, Dale. You've had it with your girlfriend. These men be pathetic. Why is it that men don't take care of themselves? And blah, 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 blah. But are we manifesting that? I think
we are manifest. All of those things are not true. I was just telling you on the break that last time we had this.
Was
called
Dominica
the Combaye
like
Mix.
that, like she didn't believe me?
Yes, but last time we had the Combaye Mix and Match, we had so many success. And I'm talking about men in suits, men who are retired, men came and bought drinks for people.
What time did the men get there?
Men got there an hour before all the women got there. So the women were running late and the men were there. And I'm talking about these were very nice gentlemen who literally just said, we need something like this. And so I just decided to come. And first of all, I was giving, you could get in for a discount. Most of the men bought the ticket full price. So they, you have a longing to meet someone with intention, and it's not just women who are like, where are the men? It's good black men that are like, where are the women at? And they want to meet somebody, and they don't go to these places, again, probably because everybody's at home being like, somebody want to go dig me. This internet separates us too.
Yeah, that is true. Troy, I wasn't. To be fair, I wasn't laughing because I didn't believe her. I was laughing because
you ain't got to lie, Dominica. You ain't got to lie.
I know, it's my show. I'll lie if I want to. No, that's not why I was.
And that was a woman's song too, written by Quincy Jones.
And I'll lie if I want to.
But no, what I was saying was the reason I was laughing is because I'm always calling people out on this show for believing stereotypes, and I think Dill was just doing the same thing to me, and that's why I was laughing. I was laughing at myself because I know that it's unlikely that is true. And I also know what you said, Troy, that, we just finished with Sahara Ali, focus on what you want, not what you don't want. But yet, when it comes to relationships, there's a real trap there, I think.
Well, it's one of my missions in life. I write for Sheen Magazine, article called Dear Troy. It's like Dear Abby. I'm telling my age. Also, my book, my first nonfiction book is called Butt Naked Honest, Conversation and Foreplay for Dating. I think I gave you a copy. But with that being said, my mission is kind of to help men and women communicate better in love. So when me and Del started talking about this, I was like, yeah, because the misconception is that we all talk a certain way about each other. And some guys do have a fear of, oh, man, we're going to be ripped apart. When I first started doing my events 20 years ago in Baltimore and D.C. area with my partner, Yonda, writing partner, Yonda, one of the first things we saw is that when you bring men and women together to have a fun conversation about, intimacy, fun, no battle or the sex is BS, they're already, you can see their fists were balled up already. Their shoulders were tight. And then I'm a comedian, and I don't mind embarrassing myself. So I'd start talking, and everybody started laughing and stuff, and I start telling embarrassing jokes about me, and then the ice broke.
Yeah.
So Del said, Troy, we need to have a place where the ice breaking has already happened. She's a comedian, so she knows, like we had Garrick Dixon, the first one, who did a great job. I'll be there for this one. But this is my vein, to help men and women communicate better in love. I've never had a problem communicating with a young lady, and when I talk to guys that have issues, women will come out to an event.
Dominique's light bulb is on.
Hold on, wait, we got a little
Dominique's light bulb is on.
I'm like, what?
Dominique's light bulb is on. I can see your...
No, because he just said, I think I gave you a copy. Maybe you have me mixed up with Tammy Mack. I ain't seen that book.
Oh, no. Maybe I didn't.
Maybe
so
you didn't. Yeah, maybe you have me mixed up with Nautica de la Cruz. I don't know, but I ain't seen that book.
Oh, Monica De La Cruz.
You're like,
maybe?
you've got me mixed up with another light-skinned radio host. That's the bottom line. It was someone light-skinned and on radio, but it wasn't me. Okay.
In any case,
Years ago.
you were piling on to that point about focusing on what we want, not what we don't want.
Yeah, Dominique, people believe that the Lord, because this is a Zen, attract what you want, manifest out. They believe the Lord can bring them the job they want. They can believe the Lord, they can bring them the car they want. They can believe for the Lord to get in the rooms that they need to get in and pitch the screenplay. But when it comes to a relationship, that is where the devil takes hold on people. And they just can't possibly believe that it's a black man out there that wants you. You know what I mean? And guess who else does it to us? Our own people. I will say, well, I want me a successful man. I want this. I want that. And other black people will be like, but is he going to want you though? Yeah, he going to want me. This the man the Lord sent for me. And that's what happens also too when you spend time alone, because that's what happens. Idle time is the devil's workshop, and that's what happens with people. They're so zoned in to the success, but the real success is the time that you're gonna spend on the couch on the phone with somebody, fulfilling your absolute heart and your soul. And it's also too, it's a part of the reason why, at the event, we made it so that you can't talk about what you do, because you're not what you do. You are who your spirit is.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where,
which is not easy, but it's fun, because all of a sudden the girl will tell you, you're not supposed to talk about what you do. I was like, I'm sorry.
Because it's so ingrained in you.
It's hard to talk about anything else.
Because you've been programmed that way, but it's in LA, that's what we do. Hey, how are you? What do you do? Hey, how are you? What you moved to LA for? But the thing about it too is when you go to these other towns and people have been married for 48 years and they're only 30, it's because they have been talking about other things. They've been talking about, exactly, because they've been talking about other things, honey, and those other things connect you. And that's really where I'm seeing a need for us, as these fun, you think about the black singles I know, fun, amazing people who are out changing the world. They deserve a person. We deserve a person. I am the number one customer, You know
what though? And I think it's true. We do it to each other. Well, you're a, what is the term? You're a leftover woman, or you are
leftover bag, dummy.
That's the Kevin Samuels, that if you're over 35,
Kevin Samuels is dead. I just want you to know that.
Newsflash. That if you're over 35 and you're not married, you're a leftover woman, and that we say they're scrubs, or there's a reason that that these old dudes are broke down and whatnot.
What if a person went through a divorce? What if their wife died?
But I mean, aside from all of that, there's also the media narrative and the social media narrative.
Exactly.
Speak to that, Troy.
Right.
Because these these girls ain't loyal. Yeah, to nerf it up. Right.
When I tell you,
what do you bring to the table?
Up every old song and adage.
Well, that's where it comes from.
No, that is programming.
That's where it comes from.
It's true. It's true. You're right. But that's the thing where you have to get people together. And I think it's dope because you have a black sister who immediately reached out to black men and said, hey, I know y'all think like me. I know we know that there's some phenomenal people out here. I know we're floating in a single atmosphere, and we know some great single people. Why don't we just invite people to something? And Dell's one of those people also, if y'all get there early enough, there's going to be some refreshments. She makes it like it's her house at the well.
that doesn't surprise me.
We were ordering food and there was food there. I was like, Dell, what you doing?
We gotta have French fries,
like,
y'all.
yes,
we gotta have.
That's all we need. So it's old school.
All right.
Being in LA, one of the things that are very much different. I'm gonna take a break. One of the first things I did when I got here, started doing first Sunday dinner gatherings, because no one was cooking. No one was bringing people together on Sundays. No one was having people at their house. A nucleus of black folks were. But the consensus was, oh, let's go out. And everybody was starving artists, but no one was bringing people to their house. And that energy is the same thing that's happening at these events at Kumbaya.
All righty. Well, I'm torn here because we got Kwamel from Gardena, but we only have a few seconds here. So we'll go to Kwamel after news, traffic, and sports. And you'll tell us real quick how we can be down with this party.
Yes. I need to see you there too, Dominique.
I know she needs to be there.
Do
Lord
another
knows she's
meeting.
laughing and
You need to put that paperwork down and get to the well on Thursday, March 12th. No, seriously, a lot of people need to put the paperwork down and get somewhere. And actually, the app that I built, it's this mixer is a part of the app called Kumbaya, and that's what the app does. Is it's a social club that tells you where the Black singles are. So you can learn that by check-ins. You can also learn that on the app. There is hotspots. It's already in the Google Play Store, and it's coming to Apple to the test flight on Apple. So, but you can go to the website, which is already up and running, working, kumbaya.app, KOMBYE.app, and check in, because you don't have to sign up to check in, but you do have to sign up to get a discount code.
We'll get more on that after news, traffic, and sports on KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DePrima when we come forward.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. In Cleveland, Ohio, Black 28-year-old Aaliyah Henderson has been charged with aggravated murder after the bodies of her two young daughters were found in suitcases buried in shallow graves near her home. Police Sergeant Wilfredo Diaz briefed the press.
It's no secret that it touches our hearts. Our officers are human just like everyone else, and they're their parents, their grandparents, and it affects them as well.
Police identified the victims as 10-year-old Amore Wilson and 8-year-old Mila Chapman. Texas Congressman Tony Gonzalez is ending his re-election bid after admitting to an affair with a former staffer who later died by suicide, but says he'll finish his term. And Tyler Perry has started production in Atlanta on his new 16-episode Netflix drama Where There's Smoke, centered on firefighters balancing dangerous rescues with personal struggles. The series stars Tyler Lepley, Mike Merrill, and Da Vinci. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Head to Waba Grill weekdays after 3 p.m. for their $5 happy hour and try their new chili crisp dumplings. Bold, crunchy, and tossed in a fiery crisp, paired with a premium Waba beverage drink like their authentic Thai tea. Get both for just $5 only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Lakers beat the New York Knicks Sunday without LeBron. He's got an elbow injury. Luka Doncic dropped 35 points in the Lakers' 110-97 win at Crypto.com. The Clippers play the Knicks tonight at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood. The Clippers are 31-32. A win tonight puts them at 500 for the first time since November 3rd when they were 3-3. Congratulations to the UCLA women's basketball team. They won their second straight Big Ten Conference Tournament championship Sunday. UCLA dominated Iowa 96-45, 25 straight wins for the Bruins, who are now 31-1. Kiki Rice had 15 points and 8 assists. Rice was voted tournament MVP. The Rams had the highest paid cornerback in NFL history. They signed 25-year-old Trent McDuffie Sunday to a 4-year extension worth $124 million. The Rams got McDuffie in a trade Wednesday with Kansas City. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
Getting around LA doesn't have to cost a lot. Metro has fares that fit every budget. 20 free rides for qualified riders through the Life Fare program. Free passes for students with GoPass and affordable options for everyone in between. Wherever you're going, Metro's got you covered. Visit metro.net/fare programs. What if your rooftop could earn you money every year? With LADWP's Solar Rooftops program, you can get solar panels installed and maintained on your home at no cost and earn up to $900 a year. That's up to $18,000 over 20 years. There are no upfront costs, no credit checks, and no annual fees. Plus, you'll help power Los Angeles with clean local solar energy and reduce reliance on fossil fuels. Make your rooftop work for you. Apply today at LADWP.com/solar rooftops.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. 10 Toes In serves as a mentorship and domestic violence prevention program. They support, educate, and empower couples during and after incarceration. They assist male returning citizens to re-enter society successfully and to help them maintain a healthy relationship with their romantic partner. They offer a mentorship support group for formerly incarcerated men. 10 Toes In teaches its Intimate Relationships 101 curriculum at male prisons throughout the state of California. They host sister support group meetings for women who are intimately involved with incarcerated and formerly incarcerated men. 10 Toes In is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. To access their services or make a donation, please visit them online at 10toesin.org or find them on Facebook or Instagram. They are healing lives through relationships. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with the world. African Focus Incorporated is a community-based organization whose mission is to bring Africans and African Americans together, lead charitable initiatives on the motherland, and educate people from all walks of life on the beauty, legacy, and opportunity of Africa's 54 nations. And it's that time once again when African Focus is teaming up with KBLA Talk 1580 for our 8th annual African Focus Trailblazers Tour. Travel with us in 2026 when we're headed to the southern African nations of Zambia and Botswana for a historical, cultural, and vacation tour led by me, Dominique DePrima, Cultural Ambassador for African Focus Incorporated. Enjoy luxurious accommodations, conscious fellow travelers, shopping, adventures, cultural tours, wildlife safaris, and a giant waterfall, one of the world's 7 wonders, along with a chance to be of service at an orphanage on the continent. Become an AFI trailblazer by exploring the motherland with a nonprofit organization that has members in Africa and America to help roll out the red carpet for you, and together we'll make a difference and have fun doing it. For more information, visit africanfocus.org or call 310-676-7300. That's 310-676-7300 or africanfocus.org. Whether it's stateside or exploring the diaspora, we're with you every step of the way. African Focus and KBLA Talk 1580. Come go with us.
We're not for everybody, but we're for everybody. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
I can see that with 3 radio talents and 2 comedians and a skeptic all on the mic right now. We need to go right to this phone because we will eat up this whole entire clock. Let's go to Kwamel calling us from Gardena. Good morning, Kwamel.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. And hello, Del. We've met before.
Hey, Kwamel.
Yes, we met before at a poetry spot, and let's get into it because I want to talk about what I've seen be a thing is the mentality aspect. I think a lot of us, don't know that there's these places where it's just like we just got to have the mentality of being a little more open-minded and kind of listening and not judging, as y'all are talking about with your events. So I've come across the mentalities that seem not very oriented towards meeting someone, not very oriented towards getting to know with an excitement to possibly start going on a journey, where it's kind of they're still in the mentality of their how they were with their ex or how they were with their baby daddy or baby mama or something like that. And it's kind of fuddy-duddy-ish, if you know what I mean. Maybe both you, Del, and you, Troy, have experienced this, and they just don't come off very dateable. So to get out of the negative, it's a thing of all of us kind of go on a trial and error session, where we're seeing just baddies of our age and even older, all kinds of places, at Walmart, at Lemur, at poetry spots, at some bar, some hotel, all kinds of places. So it's a matter of our mentality when we go in. If y'all want to, if you two or Dominique want to speak to that for a second, I'll stay on the line.
Did you say baddies, like bad, nice-looking women? Did you say we see baddies everywhere?
Yes. Oh, yes. All the way. All the way. Nah, I'm like, no.
And,
You got to have that eye out. You got to have that eye out to know who's out there. Like, I mean, not be on like some trying to cheat at every turn, but just kind of knowing like, oh, damn, there's lookers out here. Quality houses, like, I mean, being Lamerne on the Sunday. I was talking this about my 40-something brethren over the weekend. Like, they out there. The farmers markets, they out there. So it's like, I mean.
Okay, so Troy, where were you going with that?
Well, I wanted to say that he's right. He's right. He's absolutely right. One of the biggest things, and the reason I mentioned perception and that I really like to help men and women communicate better in love, because like you said, Dominique, because of the media, because of what we see, especially because of clickbait and how fast we get things and how that swipe left and all this, and there's so many things out there. And we're so quick to put stuff out there, especially if you sexting and texting and we're used to things moving so quickly that having a basic conversation seems strange. There's still women. I'll be like, hey, I get your number. I was like, what's your last name? Oh, my last name. You want my government? Wait. You got warrants? I just want your whole name to put in my phone. Your name is Keisha. I got 3 other Keishas in my phone. I just want to. You want my last name? What you?
Yes, and you know what?
So
I've been guilty of that, and I think a lot of people have been guilty of that. And it's because first of all, if you've ever dated online, you meet people who are side chick specialists. You know what I'm saying? They're out with a whole family at home, trying to meet people. And I'm like, brother, if you would put this much effort into your relationship, you wouldn't even need to meet anyone on the side. So you have these things. But then also, I do think you're right, Troy, where you're used to such a fast turnover that you forget to make a coffee date with someone. You forget to make, let's go hiking and let's just see what each other is about. You forget that the person may just be a great person, but not your husband or not your wife. And so, and we have to remember to focus on meeting a great person.
It's just a damn date.
Like that you can also expand your social and business network. It doesn't have to always just be your husband
or your wife.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good point. I and you mentioned this on Combye, which is COMBYE. KOMBYE.app.
Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned this, that there's this battle of the sexes going on the internet, which also translates into real life to some degree.
I feel like I don't even, maybe I need to like hijack, to 2 white people's phone to see if it's going on in other races. Because I just feel like it's there to divide us. You know what I'm saying? You got things like, a viral video because a girl says, oh, he tried to take me to the Cheesecake Factory. And I'm like, where is this guy at? Because I love the Cheesecake Factory. Please take me to, and we can go on happy hour. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like those are the videos that go in the algorithm. And so they're basically returning people back to this divisive state. And no, the average person wants someone and wants to be together, and they want someone in their community. And so that's the whole reason that, Troy came out the last time. Troy called people from the event and made them get over there. And like, we literally had an even number of Black men and women. And these were suit wearing. Then we had a nonprofit organization, the NBA Moms, just happened to be there at and their people started joining the event. So some of our people met their people because they started sending people over like, oh, she needs to be over here. He needs to be over here. So it's a need. And it's some real traction that has happened just from having the first one.
With all the BS about relationships and the manosphere and the whatever you call the girlosphere, where people talk smack about men online, do you think, Troy, from your perspective, do you think there are a group of sincere men out there, Black men out there, who are just actually looking for their match and just don't know where to find it, or maybe they're being hampered by some of the things you said, like I can't give you my name, or you can't have my Instagram handle until we have our first child, or whatever it is.
You remember the old saying? Until we have our first child. You remember the old saying, "Birds of a feather flock together."
Yes, sir.
And people say stuff like, if you look at the 5 closest people, you can kind of determine your future. All those things are true. Like, I have a group of guys, like the guys I know, good professional men, wholesome guys. I don't really frequent cats that cheat on women. I don't frequent cats that don't take care of their kids. I don't frequent people who aren't professional. I'm really not into drugs or drinking, and I like a nice drink every now and then. I might do a cigar once in a blue moon, but my circle is who I am. And that is the nature of the guys that I know with. So I know a ton of guys. Remember, I've been doing my sex, love, relationship comedy tour and the Taboo Talk tour and all this stuff for 22 years. So I've seen it all. The women will run down everything, the misconception, and to really speak on what Del said. And I'm a hip hop brat. I was born in '75. I'm a hip hop brat. But we have the only music. I try to listen. I said, maybe I'm tripping. I'm a country music talk about some hard times, but we have one of the only musics that the young men and women in hip hop talk so degradingly about each other. And it goes up through a thing, and then it carries over into culture more and more and more. And when you're battling that, you kind of it's amazing because you're like, yo, we don't all talk like, I remember I interviewed Kathy Hughes, and she was like, Troy, I've never been at a restaurant, seen some black woman throw a drink in somebody's face and jump up and slap her. I don't know where these people come from. So that's reality TV. That's and they call it reality TV, but anybody that's in the industry know it's scripted. So, and if we keep putting those things out before us, and we don't have more things like Kumbaya, then that would seem like it's a perception. But we just have to, we just have a different battle. Just like civil rights and everything else, we got to do better in making sure we talking it. We just need to be more loving one to another. People aren't loving each other. That's the biggest thing, being loving. Hey, how you doing, miss? You call somebody, not that you always got to call somebody a pet name, but being loving, pulling out a chair. I did a whole video. Be kind. I did a whole video the other day on walking the right side of the street so that a car won't jump the curb and hit the girl first. It hit and kill you before it killed the girl.
But I mean,
she's like, what?
But I don't want to be on that street either, too. I just want to say.
I got you. But even the simple thing of asking a woman on a date, I sometimes feel sorry for the younger women because at least the 40, 50, 60-something-year-old dudes know how to ask you on a date.
Yeah.
And from what I'm hearing, that they don't.
Oh, no, they're being asked.
They are?
No, I just was in New York.
So that's a lie,
honey,
too?
let me tell you something. That's just a
I'm
lie,
believing
too.
the hype all over town.
I'm talking about believing, and because we are scrolling the hype dispenser all day. The thing is, I just went to New York for my mom's birthday. Wait, hold on for a second. I just went to New York for my mom's birthday to a restaurant that was extremely expensive. It cost us $168 per person to eat. This was without tip.
I hope that was good.
It was delicious. And guess what, honey? These people would not be in business if it wasn't for young black people. Honey, they was rolling in there with like the 30 to something year old black woman had a 30 something year old black man taking her to this restaurant. So they being asked out on a date, and it's the people who are feeling worthy are attracting the ask, and they're also positioning. And that's why we've started this right here, is because when you're out and when you're younger, you're out anyway, you're meeting people, you're at the places. And when you get older, you do hunger for your career and your finances to be up. So it causes you to work more, but there are still places out there that you can, we are creating a place that you can go and you can meet someone. But then when you come here, don't even worry about the crab house date. worry about the coffee date first. Let's get someone to have coffee with since you already got your own money. Let's get someone to go hiking with since you already got the bag. Because, we're a whole bunch of already got the bag people. Even if the bag has not shown up all the way, you've been chipping away at the bag, so the bag is coming, but we still have the wealth mentality. So since you already have the wealth, just come out and get the coffee date, the hiking date, the phone buddy. Like, start there and getting to know a great person, because that's really why we're doing it. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Troy.
No.
Oh, no. Up to you. No, you did good. I was just going to add on the thing of being a foodie, loving food, restaurants. They'll tell you we did an event at a friend of mine's house the other night, which you could have easily paid $200 a person to go, but it was a free event, open bar, great fun. We went in Burbank, a brother who owned the house, but we had a great time. People came out. Some people from KBLA came out. So, but the thing that's so funny is that, like she said, just meeting people and getting rid of it's hard for a younger man is trying to ask somebody on a date. He's excited. He got his little job. He's doing this. Go to ask a girl on a date. And then he opens up his phone and sees, he better not ask me the Cheesecake Factory. And he's like, man, Cheesecake Factory's the joint. I was going to ask her there. Maybe I don't know if I'm ready yet. Yeah, guys can pull back. I think Garrett mentioned this before. Guys can pull back if we don't think we're in the right position enough. But the biggest thing you have to do, and fellas, if you've been having that scenario, coming to a place like the Wealth or KBLA, it's even ground. It's a basic place. You can come out and it's not over expensive. It's a nice place to come. You can just sit down and have a conversation. Come by here. It sounds like an old Negro spiritual when you say it quick, but come by here and sit down. Come by here, sit down, talk to this woman. And then you're talking to different people. Everybody I talked to the last month were amazing people. It was a vibe. People stuck around. People met different people. It was a vibe. And did I meet Miss Romantic? No, but I met some great people and did some networking and met some great guys. So it's just coming out and getting rid of all the BS. I call it the battle of sexes BS. So, all of that stuff, getting rid of all that stuff and being in the atmosphere, and it's a great vibe.
Absolutely. Well said. Troy Rawlings and Del Harrison, and I peeped that D&D. I peeped that. That didn't go by us. We'll continue this conversation about how, where, and why it might be time for you to meet somebody on KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DePrima when we come forward.
Los Angeles, our homes are more than property, they're legacy. Right now, one of the largest wealth transfers in history is happening through real estate, and too many homeowners in our community are losing hard-earned equity. Donald L. Bishop Jr., associate broker with Coldwell Banker Realty, is committed to protecting families' equity through integrity and transparency. With over 20 years of real estate experience, he represents sellers, buyers, and especially seniors. Call 323-401-4126. Live well with Donald L. Bishop Jr., Cal BRE number 019-770-35.
They call it progress, but progress has a price. Land once held in black hands, taken, stolen, erased. Acres paved into highways, fields burned. Homes replaced by parking lots and broken promises. Every deed lost was a dream deferred. We talk about millionaires, but what about the millionaires that never were? The farmers whose soil was seized. The families who watched their inheritance disappear. The wealth that never had a chance to grow because its roots were ripped from the ground. They took the land, but never the legacy, because the soil remembers, and so do we. Every story matters. Our mission is to collect, preserve, and amplify these stories. If this is part of your family's history, visit blacklandlost.org/share your story and help bring us closer to justice.
Warning, evacuation in progress. Leave the building.
It's a total takeover.
That's what I want.
On Friday, March 27th, KBLA Talk 1580 belongs to the women.
Are you ready?
All day long, from 6 in the morning to midnight, the mic belongs to powerful, accomplished women, and we are not letting go. nothing but the voices of women who inspire, challenge, and move us forward. It's the women of KBLA Talk 1580, sun up to sundown. I'm Dominique DePrima, and I'll anchor the day with a 3-hour live panel from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the state of black women in LA, followed by women talking to women all day long about the issues that matter most. Our hosts for the day include Jill Monroe, Adrian Shropshire, Dr. Melina Abdullah, Angela Reddick Wright, Raquel Graham, Angelique Francis, Tasha Thomas, Dr. Shalonda Crawford, Dion Raymond, and a couple of special guest hosts for the day that we'll be announcing soon. This is Women's History Month, and we're not just celebrating it, we're amplifying it. Join us Friday, March 27th on KBLA Talk 1580, where women take over all day, all night. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 and all of our socials for the rundown. You don't want to miss a single word. And happy Women's History Month from all of us at KBLA Talk 1580.
To my ladies, I'm sure you know how to work that. Go.
The conversation continues right now with Dominique DePrima on First Things First.
Indeed, indeed. Del Harrison is here. Troy Rawlings is on the phone. Thank you, Kwamel. We appreciate the insight. I can't believe how fast time goes when you're on the radio. You said you had some great results. People meeting people?
Yes, we did. We had, like I said, the MBA moms was there. They sent one of the guys just came over and he was like, what is this? And I was telling him it's a social mixer for black singles over 40. And he was like, shoot, I want to participate. I want to meet somebody. And now this guy doesn't even live in town, but he's been, him and a friend of mine met and they've been communicating. And now when he comes back to town, they're going out. And then I went to the party that Troy invited me to, and I saw someone there. Troy had invited her there, and I just hugged her so hard because this is a woman that came to begin a friendship.
You definitely gave her a color purple hug.
Yes, with the me and you and now.
They started doing the hand thing.
No, because I'm doing that. The whole reason I want us to have the male honey, I'm OD'd on Girls Night Out. I don't know about you, but I am OD'd on it. I don't want to see another pack of women to save my life out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we deserve the men.
Mm-hmm.
We deserve the men. Somebody just sent me a video and it was just like, meet your next soror or your next sis right here. And I'm like, sis, I don't need to come there for the rest of my life. Okay, I've never been there and I'm not coming. I don't want to meet. It's healthy to have the opposite gender interaction. Yeah. That's why the Lord made us. That's what He made us for. And so that's my whole why.
So this is taking place. The next one is at the Well. That's coming up Thursday at 5:30 to 8:30.
Come right after work.
So intentional for those of us who don't like to be out late. I mean, I have a good excuse. I have an early morning show, but some of y'all don't and still don't like to go out late.
Me too.
Troy, we just got about a minute here. What do you want to say?
Bring your butt out to the Well on Thursday. Stop playing. 5:30. Get there. Ladies, I'm trying to tell you, get there early because the guys are going to be there. The guys are going to be there. It's going to be food there early because they don't know how to not make people eat. It's just a good time. And what's that book? Somebody had a book called It's Just a Damn Day. Actually, anybody send an email. I even send you my book. Free. You get the ebook free. I just sent it to Dominique since she said I'm going to find that picture with you holding the book and me signing it for you.
And also make sure you
bring those receipts, Troy.
Bring and get tickets.
Bringing the receipts. And
on Eventbrite. Get tickets. Combaye Mix and Match. KOMBYE Mix and Match.eventbrite.com. Just search KOMBYE on Eventbrite and you will come up on the ticket.
Well, add them on Instagram too.
Yeah.
I love this. I love that you're making moves, not just on behalf of yourself, but on behalf of all women, black women and men, and all men.
Yeah.
Thank you, Troy. I love that you're doing that too. But everyone's welcome, right?
Yes.
Anyone can come.
Anyone can come. We will not shun you, honey.
And Troy, I love that you said, being successful doesn't mean you have to be a billionaire or even a millionaire. It just means you got to be on your path.
They don't know. Success means you're living nowadays. So
you're on your
living
path,
and you got a little bit.
That's what we're all.
You can buy a coffee. Guess what? You're successful.
Honey, let me tell you something. If Taraji is on TV crying about money, we know you crying about money too. Okay, so.
So come cry into your drink at the well Thursday, March 12th at Hollywood. Yes, indeed. Real quick, Eventbrite.
Come by mixandmatch.eventbrite.com.
Got it.
Grab a ticket, and you can get, if you sign up for the app, which is free, you can get a ticket. You can get a discount on the ticket. So come by app, KOMBYE.app.
Gotta leave it there. It's time for Tavis Smiley to grab the mic. Troy Rawlings and Del Harrison. Thank you both so very much.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Yes, indeed. This has been fun. Okay, I'm gonna look for the book. Anyway, it's time for Tavis Smiley. Like my mama, the late, great Diane DePrima used to say, history is now. Like I always say, we're making it together. Until tomorrow, mix and mingle. One love.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. In Cleveland, Ohio, black 28-year-old Aaliyah Henderson has been charged with aggravated murder after the bodies of her 2 young daughters were found in suitcases buried in shallow graves near her home. Police Sergeant Wilfredo Diaz briefed the press.
It's no secret that it touches our hearts. Our officers are human just like everyone else, and they're their parents, their grandparents, and it affects them as well.
Police identify the victims as 10-year-old Amor Wilson and